We are back with a Fox News alert, a heartbreaking tragedy in Nashville where 3 children and 3 adults were murdered inside a Christian elementary school.
Surveillance video shows the shooter, identified as a 28-year-old transgender former student, shooting her way into the building. The doors were locked, and then walking the hallways to carry out a calculated and planned attack. That's how it's been described, before being taken out by the police.
Fox & Friends Enterprise reporter Lawrence Jones is in Nashville now with the Fraternal Order of Police President James Smallwood. Lawrence.
Hey, thanks, guys. James, thanks so much for joining the program. I know this community is mourning. I want to start with Michael and Rex that charged the scene as the suspect was firing on them and their car right now. What can you tell us about those officers?
You know, I think it's important to remember that evil exists in our world, and as long as that evil exists, we're going to need somebody who's willing to charge into the gunfire. And what we saw yesterday were brave men and women, first responders, who literally ran into gunfire as they were taking it and went in there to stop the threat from spreading any further. And those officers and those first responders, the measures they took were far beyond what anybody ever expects of a regular human being. And we just have to thank them for what they did and praise them for the excellent job that they did. You know, we got the call, and in 14 minutes we were able to stop the threat, and that is absolutely a phenomenal response, and we should be thankful for that.
Yeah, especially when we've had different scenarios where officers didn't run toward the fire. These officers were willing to take on that fire head on. I want to talk about the suspect. Was she on any radar for law enforcement here in the local community or anything, or was this a total surprise for everyone in this community?
You know, I think it was a surprise for everyone. It's difficult to say whether or not she was on any radar until we do a really deep dive. Obviously, we're still putting all the puzzle pieces together on this, but clearly there are some mental health issues. There are a lot of questions that are going to be answered in the coming days, and it's a horrible tragedy for our community.
Yeah. One of the things that a lot of folks in the public, as well as the community, is wondering, she left a manifesto out there, and many wonder if the church as well as the school was targeted because of their religious belief. What can you tell us about that manifesto, and do you have any hope that it's going to be released for the public to see?
Well, I think Chief Drake alluded to that yesterday in his interview. Yeah, I think at some point the police department is going to release that for the public, or at least what they can. The challenge is right now we don't want people reaching conclusions until we're able to have a very detailed investigation, and certainly that manifesto is going to answer a lot of those questions for us as we go through the investigation, and we'll have to draw those conclusions from the information that we have and what's out there. So certainly I think we'll see that in the coming days, but before we all jump to conclusions about what the motives are, let's give the investigators an opportunity to look at this and piece through all the details.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your service and those officers from doing what they did yesterday. I'll send it back to you guys in New York.
Hey, Lawrence, could you ask him while he's right there?
Sure.
You know, that school door was locked. It's supposed to, because that's part of active shooter protocols. Will there be changes going forward where something else, will there be a cop outside of every door in Nashville, or is that just the way it's going to be?
Sure. So one of our anchors is asking the question about this door was locked in this school, but the suspect still shot through that door. Is there any push for there to be resource officers in private schools as well as public schools all over Nashville right now?
You know, I think as we all send our kids to school, we all have this thought in our mind, and unfortunately we had some families who had to live this nightmare, and they're going to have to live with this nightmare for the rest of their lives, and certainly it gives us pause and makes us think, how can we make our schools more secure? How can we provide more safety? And certainly more resource officers in schools is one of those thoughts, and unfortunately we're just going to have to, in the coming days and weeks, think about how we can provide those solutions for our community, especially for, you know, these private schools where it's a little bit more challenged. It's not a public connection. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Lawrence.